Welcome to the second Judicial Colloquium on the right to
I think your
information.
mic is not working. Yeah, now.
Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome to the second Judicial Colloquium on the right to information. We are starting a little late today because the information commissioners are still on their way. The UP commissioners and I think the Maharashtra commissioners are on their way here. Justice Shah has left and he'll be here in another 10 or 15 minutes, but we thought we'd start the session in any case. My name is Colin Gonsalves. I'm the founder director of the Human Rights Law Network and an advocate practicing in the Supreme Court. We did our first colloquium in 2007 at Pune, and we had a very, very good feedback from that colloquium when about 20-25 commissioners participated and interacted at that place. This judicial colloquium is being done together with our colleagues and friends from the National Campaign for People's Right to Information. And my colleague Shekhar Singh is here and many of his colleagues are also here. And also the Public Cause Research Foundation, which has been very active on the right to information right from the beginning. Arvind Kejriwal is stuck in a train, but he should be here in the next hour. So we'll be very happy to have him also with us in a few minutes. Now, the reason why we did the colloquium in 2007 and we're doing the colloquium here today is to share the best practices of the commissioners over the years, the decisions that you all have given, and so that other commissioners can also interact. It's more an interactive session. You won't have a session where people are going to make speeches and so on, but it's going to be a session where the commissioners and some of the activists and our civil society friends will interact on some of the best judgments and decisions and orders that you have given over the years. And we will also look at some of the very negative developments that have taken place. Not only negative decisions of some commissioners and so on, but also negative decisions of the high courts. Because we have had very active intervention now of the high courts of the states on the Right to Information Act. And some of the developments, some of the tendencies growing, some of the attitudes of the judges of the superior courts are turning out to be a little problematic in terms of the progressive and aggressive interpretation of the Right to Information Act. So we are in a very turbulent period where the Act has now settled and the information commissioners are developing particular attitudes and developing a body of law. But intervening in that process are the high courts and possibly very soon actually the Supreme Court, where they will intervene very actively in defining the Right to Information Act. And perhaps many of you as commissioners who have put your heart and soul into the Right to Information Act may be happy with some developments, but you may, I suspect, also be quite distressed by some of the judgments that may be delivered over the years to come. And we are actually hoping that after we finish this session here today and tomorrow, perhaps by March or April or May 2011, maybe we could do an interaction with judges of the High Courts and the Supreme Court. I think the time is right for us to say this is our viewpoint. You know, High Court judges and Supreme Court judges may feel that they are the ultimate in the determining of law. But I have a feeling the time has come where the information commissioners also can really say that these are the mistakes you're making and you must change your attitudes and these are the changes we want to see in the law. Anyway, many of these points will be discussed here today. We also have with us some of our dear friends who have been very active in the implementation of the Right to Information Act. And as the session proceeds, we'll have short interaction between the RTI activists and the information commissioners. So we have a very, possibly quite a hectic session over the next 2 days. We are expecting Justice A.P. Shah in a few minutes. He was very kind to come. He's actually going to London tomorrow. So he was hard pressed for time, but he will come in a few minutes. And we would like to start perhaps with a round of introduction of the Information Commissioners so that the participants may know who you are. So very briefly, if you don't mind, we could start from my left, sir, with you, and then we'll go right around. You may press the, we start with you, here, please.
Good morning, all. I am Venkatesh Nayak. I work with the Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative, an NGO promoting right to information in India and in Commonwealth countries.
I am M.N. Gunawardhanan. I am State Information Commissioner in Kerala. I retired from government as Secretary to Government Water Resource Department in last April and joined in August this year. I am Dr. Krishnan Das.
I am Apong Payang, State Information Commissioner from Arunachal Pradesh.
My name is Jagadanand. I am the State Information Commissioner of Odisha. Like with a civil society background, and I still lead the Social Watch movement in the country.
I am Satyanand Misra, Central Information Commissioner.
Shailesh Gandhi, Central Information Commissioner and RT activist.
I am Sripati, Chief Information Commissioner, Tamil Nadu Information Commission.
I am Shekhar Singh from the National Campaign for People's Right to Information.
I am Jan Thama from Mizoram State Information Commissioner.
I am P. Talijanjan, Chief Information Commissioner, Nagaland Information Commission. I am P.S. Rana, Chief Information Commissioner, Himachal Pradesh.
Over the next 2 days, so that we could hear from him as to what he would like to see, and then a little feedback from the commissioners as to what their expectations also are that year.
Education and project management, this is sort of part of the project process.
Myself, Neeta Das, I'm from Guwahati, HRL.
I'm Elin Mahanta from Guwahati, HRL. I'm Kavita Pradap from Trivandrum, HRL.
I'm Anita Rajpali, HRL in Bhopal.
Yogesh Jain, HRL in Bhopal.
Group number HRL Odisha.
Musibur Rahman from Chhattisgarh as a party activist.
I am Bhaskar Prabhu from IT Adhikar Manch, Mumbai, Maharashtra.
I am Vikram Simha, Trustee of Mahiti Hakku Adhyayana Kendra, RTI Study Center, Bangalore, and RTI activist.
My name is Sarah Holson. I'm from the Swiss Graduate School of Public Administration, and I'm writing a PhD thesis about information commissioners in 4 countries, including India, Scotland, Switzerland, and Germany. And I'm here to observe your meeting and to learn more about the commissioners in India, and I will be doing interviews in Delhi this coming week. Thank you.
I am Afsar Ahmed, HRL Delhi.
I am Rupesh Shamat, HRL Delhi.
Hi, I'm Jason Negi and I'm interning with HRL. Thank you.
Good morning, I am Divya Jyoti Jaipuriyar. I am with HRL Delhi. I am an advocate.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Balika. I'm an advocate working with HRL Delhi.
Namaste, मैं रेखा कोहली, HRL in Delhi, RT activist.
Good morning, I'm Anirudh and I'm interning with HRL in Delhi.
Good morning, this is Suraj. I'm an intern with HRL in Delhi. Namaskar, Bimal Khemani, Trap Group of RTI activists, Aligarh, Uttar Pradesh.
Good morning to everybody. I am Vinod Pandya, RTI activist from Gujarat and social activist and RTI award committee members.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम भरत सिंह झाला है। मैं नागरिक संशोधन एवं संघर्ष केंद्र गुजरात चाहता हूँ और RTI एक्टिविस्ट हूँ।
Good morning, I'm Shreyasi. I'm interning at HRL in Delhi.
Good morning, I'm Abhirat. I'm an intern at HRL in Delhi. Good morning, I'm Shailesh Tiwari, interning at HRL.
Good morning, I'm Dhruvatwan, interning at HRL in Delhi.
I'm from Delhi.
Make for a very interesting discussion. Now, I'm actually the filling in the gap before the chief guest comes. So I thought the best way to do that is to briefly tell you what our expectation from this two-day meeting is, and then to open it up for 5 or 10 minutes. Jagannath suggested this, and I think it's a very good idea, so that we can actually figure out what are your expectations also and see if we can incorporate that. As Colin already mentioned, we had our first such colloquium in Pune in 2007, and both Colin and I were there. I'm not sure if any of the information commissioners present were there for that colloquium, but there were quite a few, many of whom have now retired. And we found that it was a very useful exercise to look at 3 different types of things. One was to look at provisions of the law where there was some interpretational controversies going on, which didn't mean only controversies of interpretation between the information commissions and the people, but very often you found that the same section of the law was being interpreted differently by different information commissions. Sometimes in the same information commission, different commissioners interpreted that law differently. And I dare say there are also cases where the same commissioner interpreted that section differently in different orders. So we have identified a few of these which we feel, and there could be others. And this identification has been done on the basis of a study that Arvind and his Public Cause Research Foundation has undertaken, which is just coming to a conclusion, where they have looked at the orders of every single information commissioner in this country, I think 96 or 97 of them, for the last year, that means for 2009, and classified them into, which were the ones where any information was denied, and if it was denied, under what sections it was denied, etc. So that would become the basis in some senses of determining which are those sections which require a somewhat more detailed discussion. Now, in this discussion and in the others, there will be certain broader objectives. The second thing that we hope to discuss today is that apart from sections of the law, what has emerged as a part of this study and many other studies, some of you might know that we had done a study a couple of years back where we looked at the implementation of the Act across the country. Another thing that has emerged is that there are reasons other than those mentioned in the law, which are often used to deny, information or reject appeals or complaints. And we need to then focus on those and try and understand what is the rationale or the legitimacy of using things